I am Brian Chimanimani. In the plural, we greet Sanibonani. In the singular, Sawubona. This is to say, I see you. The greeting is always in the vision and not in the division. This vision is that vision which traverses beyond the physical vision. So to say, I see you is to say, I see the true you. I see the divine you. Therefore, the divine that I am sees the divine that you are. This may then sound very similar to the greeting Nam Asti. Not only is it similar, it is the same. For when we have woven the gaps within the fabric of unity, there will be the realization that it has always ever been one. In the expression, I greet thee, the thee is greater than saying I greet you. The thee speaks to something deeper, something beyond the physical. So the word thee communicates something deeper than the word you. So whether it is from the south, from the east, or from the west, this unity will always be identifiable. So whether the greeting be Sawubona, the greeting be Nam Asti, or the greeting be I greet thee, the unity is always unified, regardless of the lack of vision or the division. So ever opening in the unity of all of creation, opening in the unity of humanity. Before Europe, when humanity's priority preoccupation was the acquisition of territory and the control of it, in the battles that ensued over territory, there arose a practice of taking as a trophy the body parts of those who had been conquered, appreciating that the bone structure of the human vessel is a crystal, and being a crystal, it has the ability to store energy. With the practice of trophy taking being widespread and vast, imagine then the energy that was taken in the body parts that were taken. This created a phenomena in which many human ones will then incarnate over and over in search of this energy, in search of these bones. The reason for this search was because without the integration of this energy, many human ones were not able to progress in evolution. Part of the transatlantic slave trade was so that those human ones who had lost their bones could then travel back to the territories in which the bones were lost. Indeed, it was as if this was the reenactment of the enslaved energy that was taken by the conquerors. So in chains they travel to retrieve that which was bound in chains. When humanity over-procrastinates to take a decision for evolution, revolution is that which then comes to be. Also, what was in the energy of delay at that time was the integration of humanity, therefore the need for migration. The plan was that after the root races had developed to a certain stage, then there would be the integration of humanity to form a super race. Initially, there was a need for the root races to develop in isolation so that the particular genetic strain that they were developing could develop without any input from outside. This need for isolation created a programming which further created an energy of delay when the time arose that humanity had to integrate. This consciousness of delay then further created a mutation within the consciousness which came in the form of forced colonization. So revolution can be seen as compensation for delay. Revolution can also be seen as the tool to bleed out stagnation in any given consciousness. In these stagnations lay energy that would rather be productive, was it not trapped and frozen in time. Also trapped was vast energy in the mass graves of the world wars and the so-called conventional wars. This trapped energy has created a mutation in the consciousness of humanity, which has further created a disease in the form of gangsterism. Understanding that the energy that gets left in the bone structure is energy in need of cleansing. The origin of the word remains originates from the knowing that there is energy that remains with the physical body when the soul leaves the physical body. In the ancient times, then, these remains will then be put to the flame, for water purifies and the flame purifies. After purification, then, these remains, this energy, would then integrate with the greater soul. The practice of burying the body in the ground is a practice that came with religion. In times before, it was known that the body needs to go through a purification, and the tool that assisted best with this purification was the flame. In the traditions that still practice cremation, there is a belief that only a child and a saint can be buried in the ground. Indeed, the child and the saint are those seen as those that have not accumulated energy that requires purification. You will find that in communities where they still have the knowledge of the remains, that when they bury the physical vessel, they will then put concrete on top of the coffin to serve as a deterrent to tomb robbers. But even this practice does not assist much in the purification and the reintegration of this energy back to the soul to which it belongs. Further, there were those who knew about remains in regard to the souls that perished in the Nazi crematoriums. In efforts to sanitize the crime scene, they then transported the ashes and the bones of the 6 million souls that perished in the Nazi crematoriums. These ashes and bones were then dumped in the sub-Saharan desert. These not so wise ones were attempting the transference of the karmic imprint, because the karmic imprint of World War II alone is vast. When they come to realize that the divine laws cannot be cheated, they will be greatly humbled. Indeed, in great joy, many souls are transitioning from incarnation after the divine have facilitated the cleansing of the bones. Now that the energy has been cleansed and reintegrated into the respective souls, many souls will begin to make progress in evolution. Indeed, there are many more mass graves over the ages, stages, and phases that still require cleansing. When one categorizes energy harvesting in levels, one is only trying to bring coherence where there is none. Types of energy harvesting are vast and cannot be contained within a limited categorization. Before we speak, we await for the divine to speak, so that as we speak in divine guidance. We live in the knowledge that we are guests on the body of the Great Mother. In this knowing, we are grateful and we honor the Mother. No one owns any part of the body of the Great Mother. As guardians, we come, and with only love lived, we depart. No man should play God. I am Brian Chimanimani. It is so.